G'day guys, welcome back. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, I am very sick. Yeah, haven't had much sleep as well. So, yeah, but Super Rugby does make me happy. Chiefs versus Crusaders. The old rivals went at it at Hamilton tonight. And yeah, this was, I honestly thought the Crusaders had made a turning point last week after their decent performance against the Hurricanes. And yeah, it turns out there's still plenty of improvement ahead of this Crusaders team, despite being stacked with All Blacks players. The team just hasn't looked like the team that was under Razor Robinson, to be really frank with you. And Rob Penny really hasn't changed a lot of the issues, a lot of the fundamental aspect of the game still hasn't improved from last year substantially against the, at least, compared to the Chiefs. Very disappointing. I was looking forward for Rabbit to perform tonight, James O'Connor, and he came onto the field in the second half, and the team around him just completely crumbled in the second half. It was really hard to watch, and there was missed tackles just absolutely everywhere. It was just an absolute mess in the back line. People were shooting out of line and missing their tackles. The kicking game was a bit off as well. It was really tough to watch. The physicality just wasn't there in the second half. The when the Crusaders were attacking, they were not getting over the advantage line. In defense, just getting rammed over again and again and again. And then the Chiefs, with Damian McKenzie, second playmaker, able to spot the lazy forwards in the Crusaders defense and just able to slot himself in, finding the gaps, finding the space for players around him. Did some quick work in the second half to blow the Crusaders out of the park, to be really frank with you. I was actually scratching my head a little bit. Came out in the second half, there was an early penalty. The Crusaders was very adventurous in the first half. They were behind, so they were just like, we're going to just throw the kitchen sink every time they had an opportunity to go for the penalty. They went for the lineouts, right? They went for the lineouts. They were behind, but they were hanging in there. And it was quite a, brutal, evenly matched contest. They were behind by only 3 points at halftime. And then as soon as they had that opportunity in the second half to get the 3 points, they had O'Connor on the field. I don't know whose call it was. They thrown that playbook out of the way, and they're just like, Jock, Rabbit, did you used to kick when you were like 12? Yeah, so why don't you just take the goal here? And then as soon as they took that goal, you can just see all the players are just like, there's like a mental shift in the Crusaders team. Like, hey, we're just going to grind this one out with 3 points. And the intensity level just completely dropped off, and the Chiefs just absolutely hammered away the Crusaders. 49 points to 24. It was just merciless, absolutely merciless. From the Chiefs in the second half. Just brutal to watch. The scrum got minced in the second half as well. Was okay in the first half of the Crusaders. The Chiefs just absolutely destroyed the scrum. Absolutely just churned it out. There was the what's his name? George Bow came on and just got folded again and again and again and again. It was just, it was. There was one point where you look like George. Did I say George Ford? What was his name? George Bow. It looked like he was trying to do the not taking the hit on the engagement, and Angus Garner was just not buying it. Like, called a hinging immediately and penalized them. Lineout was 50-50 as well. I think both teams had 50-50 lineouts. It was a bit of a back and forward between the two teams. And then the big difference was just D-Mac. Nadawa was amazing. Kicking game from him. He was really good tonight. I guess the one thing for the Crusaders, the new guy, the roof maker, Kyle Preston, scored another try tonight. 4 tries already this season. And there was one thing I did notice, his defense is a little bit off. He's not able to make those tackles at times. He's getting he doesn't like completely, it's not. I think his tackle technique might need a bit of a work. Outside of that, his running game is pretty good. He's really on the board. His kicking game, maybe a little bit more. The box kicks probably could be a bit better. but his running game was really good, lots of energy. But I think that his tackling is probably the biggest thing that he needs to work with for the Crusaders. Anyway, I think that's enough bashing of the Crusaders. Let's look at the stats. 7 tries to 3. My goodness. 601 meters to 493. Bonus point win for the Chiefs. 13 turnovers conceded for the Chiefs. 18 against the Crusaders. 148 tackles made by the Chiefs. 22 missed tackles for the Chiefs. 146 for the Crusaders. 23 missed tackles. Pretty even in terms of missed tackle count from the looks of it. But the Crusaders, there's one thing. If you don't attempt a tackle, it's not a missed tackle. So there were so many just whiffs from the Crusaders. Players will shoot out a line and they just completely didn't even get anywhere near a tackle. I don't even think that counts as a tackle attempt. So that's technically not a missed tackle if you don't attempt it, but it was pretty bad. The defense was absolutely atrocious in the second half, especially. Kicks in play, 25 kicks in play for the Chiefs, 24 for the Crusaders. A bunch of missed tackles from David McKenzie. A little bit of especially in the second half, almost they got a bit too comfortable. 847 kicking meters as well, just absolutely dominant there. Over the 847 over the 610 for the Crusaders kicking meters. A lineouts 4 loss for the Chiefs. I was expecting a bit less than that, but it was not straight. There was a couple lineouts being spoiled as well. It was just not too good overall. There was one lineout that was stolen, I think, from Tupuvai. That was about it for the Crusaders, but the scrum got absolutely destroyed in the second half. 3 scrum lost for the Crusaders from their own feed. My goodness, that's a meat pie for everybody in the front row for the Chiefs this weekend. And penalties conceded, 8 against the Chiefs, 11 against Crusaders. There was 1 yellow card against Tupuvai. I think Tupuvai for a high shot on Fletcher Newell, but it was pretty light. I thought it was just yellow card was sufficient. There was a deliberate knock on by Josh Lord, which Justin Marshall was calling for a yellow card. I thought, not deliberate knock on. He was pulling James O'Connor back, and I don't think that was a yellow card. I think he just yelled a nice little tug. Just the penalty was enough. But if he was to shove O'Connor out of the way, that would have been a yellow card in that situation. But I think he just tugged his jersey a little bit. I think it's O'Connor. If he could have just I didn't think that it did affect him, but I didn't think that was worthy of a yellow card. Let me know your thoughts. I think Justin Marshall was probably a bit too harsh on that. If you had to get that yellow card for that. Technically, it is a deliberate foul, and technically it should be a yellow card, I guess. But just because it's just a light tug on the shirt, I just don't think that really affected James O'Connor that much to be warranted a yellow card. He could just kept shook him off and run off. It really wasn't going to affect him too much in my opinion. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the scoring of the game. Just a quick rundown. 5 minutes in, there was a quick tap from Imori Nadawa. There was a lot of repeated penalties. Crusaders getting a warning, and Nadawa just tapped himself and went for it, catching the Crusaders off guard. 7 points to 0. 10 minutes in, Chiefs taking the foot off the gas, kicking 3 points, 10 points to 0. And as soon as that's done, Crusaders starting to show that they wanted to take the game with tries and not by kicking 3 points. They got a finally opportunity to kick 12 minutes. They didn't go for it. They failed to score, but they kept at it. 20 minutes into the game, they had another penalty. This time they went for the line out. The line out was stolen, and then it was there was there was a Crusaders, and there was a Chiefs line out that was lost, and then eventually Crusaders was really close. Kyle Preston threw up. Eventually Crusaders had a nice break, and then Kyle Preston gets the inside board. He ran in for the first try. 10 points to 7 for the Crusaders. 24 minutes in, Tupuvai gets sent off. Excuse me. Oh, I need to sneeze a bit. Tupuvai got sent off for a little high shot on Fletcher Newell. 30 minutes into the game, despite with a yellow card in the bin, the Chiefs we can't just win this game. Kicking 3 points, which is exactly what I thought was really exactly the mentality that you need. So they, despite playing the bin, they went for the line out. They went for the maul. The number 9, what's his name? Xavier Rowe took a dummy and ran through for the try. 17 points to 7. The Crusaders got back. They pounded. They won ahead to got penalties. They went for the line out. They went for the line out was spoiled, and then the Chiefs got their own line out, and that was spoiled. And then the Crusaders was pounding. Kyle Preston threw an intercept, and then the referee was like, "Oh, the guy intercepted the ball was offside." The ball went to the Crusaders. What's his name? Xavier Reese took a quick tap, passed the ball to Blackadder, crashed through for the try. 17 points to 14 at halftime. 7 minutes in the second half, the Crusaders the penalty, and there was a jersey tug on James O'Connor by Josh Lord. The no yellow card. James O'Connor kicked 3, and I was like, oh, that's like a massive kind of like letdown, especially considering you almost score there, right? Like you were pretty close to the try line, and then the Crusaders following this just completely went off a cliff. There was a basically some nice attack from the Chiefs. It was a nice long pass from Leroy Carter to Narua. Narua passed to Tupaya, who ran through for the try. Not Tupaya. Tupaya, sorry, passed to Carter for the try. That was, Carter, like, Preston was it to make the tackle. He got ran over. 22 points to 17. And then right from the kick, right away, there was missed tackles everywhere. There was another run at Crusaders. The Chiefs ran on the sideline. The ball came out quick all the way down the other end. The ball went to Finau down the other end. Try time just immediately from the kickoff. Another try. 29 points to 17. After this, 66 minutes, there was kind of like a scrum lost. The Crusaders lost another scrum. There was again, there was a line out from the Chiefs. They were taking the game to another level. Everything was much faster. There was a point where the DMAC had there was the Tupaya got like a short ball. There was a misread in the defensive line, and Tupaya just ran through. He was free, no support. He got tackled. The ball came out. DMAC slotted himself into the blind side, just called for the ball. He got the ball, just a little double pump pass for Jacob. Jacob goes in for the try. 34 points to 17. 71 minutes in the game. Again, another nice angle from Parker. The 9-10 channel was wide open. He like just ran through a bunch of defenders. Nice pass offload to Tupaya. Another try. 41 points to 17 for 73 minutes. And again, this was pretty much from the kickoff. The Chiefs just counter-attacked and then down one end and then quick hands down the other end. Tupaya was on the receiving end. Still had one player outside of him. Ran in for another try. 46 points to 17. 75 minutes, the Crusaders really wanted to hit back. I think the Chiefs was snoozing after scoring so many tries. Probably trying to catch a breath. Will Jordan kicked the ball down the field. The DMAC got the ball. He got tackled right from the goal line. Will Jordan made the tackle, made the kick, got up, get the turnover. Ball went out quick, and then Xiaofun, the not Asian guy, ran in for the try. 46 points to 24. And then finally, last minute of the game, there was a penalty to the Chiefs, and David McKenzie kicked a really long 50-meter penalty goal. 49 points to 24. Easy win for the Chiefs, and congratulations to all the Chiefs fans out there. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts about the performance of the Crusaders. Is Rob Penny looking a bit shaky once again this season? Thanks for watching. Cheers.